Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
No.
100. It's a deal. All right, 65.
Got your attention?
What is the biggest ick?
People like wrestling.
You can suck my fucking dick.
Damn!
Hey, everybody. It is that time. It's Thursday night. It's Sweet Chin Music, episode 15. We got Pop. We got the real James Willie tonight.
What's up, peeps?
We have a few topics. Actually, James, you were just talking about it, and Pop and I kind of had differing opinions. Let's talk about the Wyatt Six. Should they quit milking it and bring it on TV so that the casual fans, aka the majority that watches their product on Mondays and Friday nights, just unveil it to us?
Yeah. I like how they're doing it because it's kind of reminiscent of how, like, when Bray was going to come back, right? And then they did the White Rabbit thing. I feel this is kind of going down the same route. They're just kind of dragging it out a little bit too long, but I think that's also due to, like, having the proper pieces in line to do it justice instead of rushing it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm enjoying
the danger that the only people you're stoking with this are the hardcores, the people like you that are going to go out and seek all of the extra stuff that's out there, the internet only stuff, the Twitter only. Like, I barely am aware of the fact that Ricochet has a title. You know what I mean? Because I don't watch the internet stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a Ricochet fan either.
Well, and it's not about that, but it's just, do you run a risk of making the Wyatt Six too big of a secret? You know, is it too much of a deep cut, a B-side, if you will?
I don't think so. I think that sometimes you have to let it go that slow in order for everybody else to catch up. You see what I'm saying? Like you just said, the diehard fan is understanding kind of what's going on, right? But some of the other people might need a refresher. So this is a way to kind of get them going the same way we got going at the beginning, you know, when the Fireflies and all that.
Build a package and run it on Raw at the 9 o'clock hour. Run a 10-minute package about who the Wyatt Six are, why they're coming, what they're going to do. Don't make it a niche thing. Put it on the 9 o'clock hour, the most, and I'm going East Coast time here. That's the biggest hour of wrestling. You put it on there and give it 10 minutes and give it that WWE professional packaging that they can do so well.
What's up, gang? Big in the house.
Biggie, welcome, my dude.
Welcome. Glad to be here.
Glad to see you, buddy.
Yeah, good to see you guys. I'm glad I could make it. I was hanging curtains and cleaning iron rods on the porch, and we're getting ready to sell this house and all types of shit going on. But what's the topic tonight, guys?
Well, we're just on our first kind of small topic. It's just that we're not going to stick on it too long. Just talking about the Wyatt Six. They've been releasing, like, where did you say you saw that at, James?
Well, I seen it on YouTube today. The kind of
on the WWE's channel.
Oh no, actually, it was on somebody else's channel that I didn't recognize. Somebody else from the wrestling community that I watch guided me towards it and said that it was going to be on this certain thing, so I went and checked it out. But just watching the behind the scenes stuff on other wrestling shows as well, and like just watching the product, because a lot of it is coming out through Twitter or like people doing the live stuff for, say, Nightbird, because a lot of it happens during the TV timeouts, right? So, and it changes all the time. There's been a few changes that are like, they're sort of important, and like that if you're a good, like if you're a Wyatt fan, or like if you've been kind of following it, you understand the directions that they're going in, you know, or where it's going to lead you. So,
Biggie, any thoughts about the Wyatt Six being the next big power WWE?
Next big power. I'm pumped for it. I think that one kid's pretty good. What's his name? The other one, the Rotunda.
Boy, howdy.
Good.
Oh,
No,
Bo
it's
Dallas.
Captain
Boy, howdy.
Howdy. Captain
Oh, Dallas,
Howdy.
right. I like
Bo
Dallas. I hope he leads them, right?
Well, it would be ideal if he did, because that's his brother.
Right.
Yeah, it's got to be. That's my opinion on it. I hope he leads them, and if they don't have him leading, then they're a bunch of goofs.
Pop's typing. Just to set you up for our next topic, we're going to talk about wrestling psychology tonight and what it means in the modern wrestling era, so that you can start getting ready, Big, while
Gotcha.
Pop wraps us up on the Wyatt Six. And I'll kind of tell you how I got to this topic. Was last Friday night, Circumstances and I went to another local wrestling show, and this was a different one than the ones we've been normally going to, like a different brand. And I've just noticed some very similar things going on in wrestling. Hey, Joe, James is in the chat. And Pop is typing. You ready, Pop?
Psychology and modern wrestling. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Pop.
If WWE don't hurry up and brings them out, they will be dead from the...
Come on. Keep going.
From the go. They'll be dead on arrival. Yeah. I know what you mean. We kind of talked about it beforehand. I think that's a danger with the Wyatt Six, is don't tease it too long. Just bring them out and let's get this going. Let's get the
but I mean,
program
also,
working.
if they come out and they're flat and then they rushed it, people like us are going to be like, next right away. What's up, Dana?
Hey, Dana. Thanks for joining us tonight in the chat. So, wrestling psychology. Here's what I meant, Biggie. Something I've noticed is there are no more classic good guys. And before you had shown up, before we went live, we were talking in the back, and I said an example we like to use a lot on this show is Hulk Hogan. And I don't think 84 Hogan gets over in the modern era, because especially at these small shows I'm going to, people just want to cheer the bad guys, and they don't like the good guys as much, and not a clear-cut classic baby face. More so the modern, like, anti-heroes, your Steve Austin types, your even the Judgment Day aren't full heels all the time. Like, they do weird stuff in the back where they try to be cool, and like and they have emotional debates with each other, and there are no true evil guys anymore, and there are no true good guys. Or if there are, they don't get over. Look at AEW. Anyway.
Yeah, look at Chad Gable.
Yeah, look at Chad. They had a classic baby face there, and he couldn't get over. And Swerve Strickland was the example I used before we went live. Swerve was hotter as a heel.
You can't look at WWE because the top talent right now is a babyface. So I think that's
one thing
I don't know if that's correct.
You did miss. I had a caveat. I said before we had started, I had said, the WWE works around it better than anybody. They still find a way to do it. But I think that's because they have a bigger kid audience, too.
I think that's the ultimate money getter. You have to have a baby face. It's a shame AEW doesn't have a good one, but it's definitely the best way to go.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm going to these indie shows, Biggie, and baby faces get buried by the audience. They don't care about them. And I don't know if that's like a smart fan thing or what, but
I think people go to indie shows to bury talent anyway, usually.
True.
You know, you're like,
maybe that's
I mean, I don't know. If you got a strong rapport, I'm sure there's got to be some territories that got some baby faces going to people that draw money, you know? Like, I just haven't been to any recently. I don't know.
Yeah, James, what you have any weigh in on this? Do you go to any indie shows?
I haven't in a long time, to be honest with you. Because my daughter was at the age where, like, even an indie show is costing you $100 to go to. You know what I mean? So it's like I didn't feel like I wanted to bring her until she was able to kind of remember. Like now that she just turned 10, we're definitely like we were just looking at they're having a luchador card outside at our local racetrack here soon, and I was talking to them about going to see that. So might be on the horizon.
What are the ticket prices for
well, I think they're like
$25
or something,
Okay.
$25. But like
That's what it is here.
But for like myself, my wife, and my daughter, then food and drinks, and you know, adds up.
$100 night.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know Pop's typing. I don't know. I just think it's harder. I mean, Cody is the exception to this rule, and there's a few other guys.
They kind of turned Seth into a good guy too. You want to be honest, and then even fucking. I mean, what is it called when you have the like Stone Cold? What do they call that? Where it's a bad good guy or whatever. Yeah, like the anti-hero is definitely the second best spot. Like a good face, but you know, even the faces want to turn heel. But I do think the biggest money bringer is the face because it brings in the older money and it brings in the younger money. So you either stick to your guns and you do 18 to 35 demographic with males, or you bring in the baby face and you hit the whole world.
True. Yeah, and I guess Sami Zayn is an example of a classic baby. You know, he's an underneath baby face that you root for.
Yeah, I was going to say Roman Reigns is starting to be a good guy. Like, people love Roman more than they've ever loved him. Maybe he might have got more love since he lost the damn thing. I've seen people crying he hasn't been, you know?
Yeah. Oh, there's my cat.
Meow.
Who's the bad guy in WWE even? Like, I'm not even sure.
So your bad guys would be Gunther,
Solo,
yeah.
Solo's a good one.
Drew.
So, Drew, there's a lot of people like him.
Definitely Chad Gable now.
Gable? It's interesting. There's definitely a different dynamic going.
Gable is the perfect like switch though, if you notice, like, because like from 1 week he went from super over and super like good guy, whether he won or lost, to like now he's getting like pretty good heat. Like Dom can't even touch a mic, you know, gets that nuclear heat, and that's amazing.
My thing with the Beckerman saying like Hogan we'd have a problem getting over now. Like, I've seen recently Cody having Dusty Rhodes impersonators in matches and dark matches, and the fans are dying for nostalgic wrestlers. They would love an old school throwback.
Take the nostalgic out of it though. What if Hulk Hogan never existed and you just brought a guy in now whose message was say your prayers, eat your vitamins? He'd be corny. He'd be considered out of date.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Terry Bollea definitely made Hulk Hogan, right? Like if you put Hulk Hogan, the same Hulk Hogan, in our current wrestling, I think he would still work.
Now, I think that's a good point. I do believe that Terry Bollea, the man underneath the gimmick, has a level of charisma that transcends generations. Like,
Well,
I think he'd find a new way.
You were talking about Dusty, and they tried to punish him. They're like, "We're going to put polka dots on you," and he said, "Good, watch this." And he went out there,
He got over in spite,
and he got over even more, and like polka dots became the new thing. It was nuts, man. Like,
I mean, Macho Man isn't a far cry from Hogan. And what, like 6-7 years ago, you had the black dude doing the Macho Man. I got over pretty good.
Jay Lethal.
Yeah, Lethal.
He did a really good Macho Man. I give him credit. I thought he did pretty well.
Yeah, he did. Pop, you ready? Go for Pop.
The closest we have got to bad guy versus good guy is The Miz and Daniel Bryan, and Daniel was hurt a lot of that time.
Good point, Pop. I like his bringing up The Miz as a true heel, because he's one of the few true heels left. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, he had that smarmy, like, I'm better than you. MJF had that too.
That's another one.
And then they
Miz
killed him
Jr.
by flipping him. They flipped him babyface, and he was deader than a
Yeah, and then he's
doornail, man.
teaming up with his holding hands, skipping down to the ring.
He gave us what we all said he couldn't do. He got bigger, he got stronger, he wrestled better, but
And then they were
we
like,
still,
"We're
yeah.
gonna give you a tag team title while you're the champion."
Yeah,
It's
an
hilarious.
underneath tag title. We're gonna make you the Ring of Honor tag champ. We're like, what? Oh, man,
Well, so
Tony
they can
Khan is really
pimp
bad
him
at
out to
booking.
the indies, right? When he's during over on those circuits, because he was doing lots of other indie shows, like headlining indie shows, or showing up.
Yeah, he kind of stopped that. I know he canceled his and this was a few years ago, his last scheduled appearance at the Wrestling Revolver in Iowa. He canceled an appearance. But yeah, it's just and maybe I was trying to compare more of this to AEW, because their baby faces are really bad. Like, really bad. Swerve has lost all the steam he had as a heel. I was taught Biggie. I was given an example before we went live. It's
dude.
crazy to
Daniel
me that
Garcia. That's all you have to say.
that's
AEW.
another one.
When you got Daniel
Terrible
Garcia
baby
up there
face.
like a Dewey, doing
He
whatever
had
that
heat.
Dewey is, and then people are like, "Oh, he's so good wrestler." It's like, I changed the channel. Thanks.
He had heat at one point.
I'd argue that Samoa Joe is a babyface, and people really are loving Samoa Joe is the silver lining.
Don't you think he's a badass baby face, like the
He's an anti-hero. He's more so
Okay,
like about
anti-hero, but the fans pop hard for him, dude. Like, I don't see people booing Samoa.
Oh, 100%. Like the biggest, like one of the bigger let goes of the WWE, I thought, was Samoa Joe, because who does some of the stuff that he does, and like on a regular basis, and he's the guy that's like, "Oh, I have to lose the title tonight. Okay, good." And he laid down for you, you know? Whereas it's not like, "No, I'm not giving it and dropping it to that guy and doing this and doing that." Like, you know what I mean? That's why when he went over to AEW, it was such a pleasure to work with him for most of the guys, because they already knew who he was.
I hope they are all learning from him, seriously, because he is a really good. He is such a whiz, man. That guy is super smart, dude.
Is it weird to you that the highest Dave Meltzer rating for Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle, which was epic, one of the best we've ever seen?
Which one, though?
I just mean that storyline, that trilogy, was perfect to me. That really got me back into TNA. I was starting to fall out of it, got right back in because of that. Dave Meltzer scored the second one. The highest score of it was because Kurt Angle has famously never had a 5-star match, according to Dave Meltzer. And I think the highest one was either
Really?
a 4.5 or a 4 3/4 stars. I think it was 4 3/4. And to put that into perspective, Dave Meltzer recently scored WWE's last pay-per-view Backlash. He scored Cody versus AJ 4 3/4 stars. And as much as I enjoyed that match, that was not on the level of Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle.
I'm not a big Cody fan, so I mean, I'm always in the like within reason. Usually, your biggest, baddest, good guy or bad guy or neutral guy is always going to be holding the title, and Cody isn't necessarily the biggest face.
And sorry, I got derailed, Pop. I noticed you're saying my turn.
T.
Oh, sorry.
Ring of Honor is a joke now that Tony bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would, from what I heard, is aren't they pumping out Ring of Honor after their tapings? I believe,
Yes.
like at the end, and then Tony comes out and begs you to stay for the show, and then it's a whole bunch of people that you don't even know who they are, except for the title holders.
Some guys that probably should be on the main show.
Yeah, I could see that.
Biggie, I got derailed on a side thought about Dave Meltzer and his star ratings, but I just wanted to take you through a couple of the guys that I thought illustrated my point. Adam Copeland, Edge in AEW, he's the same Adam Copeland, but he's not getting the pops he used to get.
Yeah.
You gotta remember too that that's like a fifth of the size of the show.
I don't know that he's the same. You don't have that machine pushing him. That's what a lot of these guys are missing. Like, he's older than shit. Like, what match did he even have with WWE that was any good before he left? He's pretty trash.
He is just more so not so concerned with the wrestling aspects and his wins and losses as far as passing the torch and sharing his knowledge of what is to be expected, because a lot of these people are green coming into AEW. Now, by green, I mean like they come from a little independent, right?
Do you? Okay.
And then they think it's one way, but then they get to the WWE, and that's a different beast.
Do you think that he would have even showed up if Christian wasn't successful?
No.
No.
Possibly.
No.
I have a beef with Edge because I think he saw his boy turning dollars and putting butts in seats and was like, I want a piece of that.
Well, and I don't think the WWE offered him anything to stay. I don't think they wanted him.
A Legends contract.
Yeah, they offered him a Legends contract, but in his promo, before he left,
he wanted to keep wrestling,
or not promo interview. Sorry, in one of his internet interviews, he said it was mutual. Like he was starting to look around because they weren't interested in doing anything with him.
Yeah, wasn't he a part of the thing with Rhea and Damien and all them guys? When he in there?
Yeah, he was the original leader.
Right. And they definitely got a bigger push without him once he was gone.
After Roman double stacked them and pinned both of them, I mean, it was downhill from there because you don't get double pinned by anybody.
Yeah. Well, we don't have much in the chat tonight. Pop, is the show running?
We have nobody? We're live. Okay, let me see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over. There was a disclaimer on StreamYard when I signed in.
It was for me too. It said something about you might have a problem going live.
Well, we are live. I'm watching it on the
We
tablet.
are. Yeah, there's somebody in the chat.
Yeah, that's me on my tablet.
Damn, it's just me. It's just you and Pop in fucking chat. What
Possibly.
happened? I leave for 1 week and y'all fucked it the whole show up, man.
We drove it into the iceberg, Biggie. We needed you.
It's all this AEW talk.
Holy shit.
Save us, Biggie.
Then Pop started talking about Ring of Honor, and everyone was like, "Yep, peace."
I could try to do my circumstance impression, but I haven't been practicing. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that right now.
I don't do this.
We had fun. We had fun at the show. I have one more. Since we have no audience. Oh, watch this, Becker.
Okay.
Hogan is older than shit too, but you want WWE to push his old bad back bad in the ass. So you can't say shit about Edge.
What the fuck are you talking about? My boy Hogan didn't come back and lay a fucking egg either. My boy comes back, he puts dollars in the fucking
I'm so pissed
industry.
that they didn't utilize him at that WrestleMania. Like I said, let him win the Andre of the Giant Battle Royal. He would have never had to fucking do a leg drop. He could have done a high leg, booted somebody over, clothesline, Chuck, you know? Yay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody's happy, but instead it was
people would have come unglued. Babies would have been tossed in the air.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Like, and we all know what caused that not to happen. Because it would have taken away from the shine of...
Because he's trying to get you going.
Precious.
Yeah, take that fucking shirt off.
Precious.
Yeah, take that shirt off.
What's wrong with you? You don't deserve to wear that shirt.
You got to wear the proper shirt if you're going to wear the proper shirt.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, James, you tell him, man. I don't know what. I don't even know who Pop even likes that wrestle. Like, you like stupid.
Hey, there will be none of that.
I'm sorry, but tell me. Let me know. I want to know who he likes.
Who's your favorite wrestler right now, Pop?
I was gonna say Hulk Hogan or some shit. Listen.
Cody, maybe?
I have no idea.
Rhea Ripley, maybe a girl.
Yeah, it's gonna be it. It's gonna be fucking Rhea. What a schmuck. Come on, let us know.
You poked the dragon, Pop. Now you got to deal with.
I just want to know because I'm gonna bury whoever the fuck it is. Trust me.
Tough crowd. Tough crowd.
He's thinking. You don't know what to say. You don't know what to say.
What's up, Bleak?
Present day is Cody and Rhea. So there you go, Biggie. What do you think of Cody Rhodes and Rhea Bloody Ripley?
Okay, well, I actually am a Cody Rhodes fan, but he's not a tenth of his dad's freaking talent, and that's cool. That's fine. That's successful these years. That's what makes money is a tenth of the '80s talent. But so my thing with freaking Cody is we should have seen it coming, bro. We should have seen the second match after AJ being Logan Paul, because honestly, he needs people that can make him look good. And
I did say it, man. I said it like a few shows back. I said, yo, man, it's going to be Logan Paul. And then everyone was like, no, man, it's too quick, too soon.
No.
And now look where we are.
Before Cody, it was Logan versus Roman.
When's the last time that happened? I mean, the first time was Hogan and Warrior, right? It's going to be epic. You know?
It's going to be pretty cool. It's not going to be that big, but I think we've done that since then.
How do you call that match big? I'm going like interference. That's what I'm saying.
Interference.
So they both retain their titles.
I think Cody's going to win clean.
Hello to Bleeker. Pop, is the my turn up because you got something to say?
What's up, Katie?
Oh, Katie's here too. K-pop.
Yeah, she had a really good show last night. Had Ivan Tao on.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. Very good show last night, Katie.
How many people are in the chat right now, James? Can you see?
5. It says we got 5 now.
Okay, I'm no longer going to say the topic I was going to. All right, Bleeker, go for or Bleeker, Pop, go for it. Did you lose it? All right. Dead air. So K-pop and Bleeker are
waiting in
two people.
anticipation for what Pop was going to say.
He's probably just going to try to take a dump on whatever Biggie said last.
Oh, Papa. Papa don't preach. It's all right, man.
You know what? I don't care that there's only a few people or that there's people in here now. I will after Pop says his piece, I'm going to tell you something I encountered also at the show from last Friday. Hit it.
What does next year's 2 main events weigh to far in advance at Mania?
Well, I would have thought Cody versus Logan Paul would have been one, and then the return of Roman Reigns.
Mine is going to be Roman versus Rock and Seth freaking Rollins versus Cody Rhodes.
CM
I think
Punk
that you're.
versus Drew. I'm kind of ready for that.
That's a good one. Yeah, The Rock versus Cody or The Rock versus Roman. That's going to be a match. And then CM Punk. Maybe. I would love to see a CM Punk Logan Paul match myself. We need somebody to really cook Logan. These other guys ain't cooking him.
That's one of the only belts he needs too, is the U.S. to have the Grand Salome. CM Punk.
That'd be good. And you could have almost spotlighted it alongside that match Logan's brothers got with Tyson. You could kind of put it around the same time. So Paul, one Paul brother up against Mike Tyson, the other against CM Punk.
If CM Punk, what are we going to do about what's his name leaving? The guy that was fucking with Punk. What's that guy's name? I forget.
Drew McIntyre?
Yeah,
Drew's
yeah.
not
What the?
He just
Oh, he's not. Is this? Oh, I thought that he was like hinting towards not signing. So now he did resign. Okay.
He did resign. Yep.
Interesting.
Okay. So I have a topic for you, fellas, and it'll probably get me canceled. You're ready, Pop? You got something? Yes? Run it.
I don't know. I don't know if I like that gesture. I think he was being smart aleck towards Becker right there.
Should I talk or should you talk, Pop? All right.
I love it. Shut up while I wait 5 minutes to say something. Pop. It's called dead air, brother. It's called dead air.
Oh, Pop.
Cody versus Punk and Roman versus Rock. FY, I just want Cody and Punk to stiff it to Tony Khan.
Oh, that could be a good. That might be. You might be onto it there.
That would be a big FU to Tony Khan match. Two former AEW guys that were run off.
Yeah, main eventing WrestleMania. Oh man, you might be onto it there, bro.
It's a baller move.
I mean, that's the next main event. So he's already kind of. Well, no, it ain't. I'm sorry. I was thinking of. What did he say? What the fuck did he say?
He said CM Punk versus.
Oh, that's right.
Cody. And I mean, they kind of set up the feud at Royal Rumble. They can come back to at any time. All right. So now that I have the floor, I not something I was going to talk about on live, but here was something. Circumstances called me a boomer for this too. But at the show we went to, 3 of the 5 matches were intergender matches where you had women versus men. One was a battle royal, but another one was they're running a tournament because it's a new promotion. So they're running a tournament for who's going to be the first heavyweight champion. And they had 2 of their bigger names, both people known in the Midwest Indies, Camaro Jackson versus Heidi Howitzer. And they were fantastic wrestlers. But at some point, part of me just kind of cringes when a man punches a woman, even in a work situation, because they're both good, so they made it look good. And he was taking it easy on her, and they were kind of more having an athletic contest. But then she did this part of the match where she spit on him and he like just leveled her. And yeah, that's not super for me. And I was trying to get around it because I know like there were tons of little girls there like cheering for Heidi, and she ended up losing. But then at the end, he raised her hand and everybody clapped as they left. But I don't know if I can do 3 out of 5 matches being like that.
What's up, Christina Payne?
So, am I a grandpa? That's my question. Circumstances told me I was being too conservative.
I used to like watching China fight, obviously dudes, like when she used to fight Jeff Jarrett.
I wasn't wild about that.
Right? It was all right. And then,
shouldn't it be a good thing that I don't want to see domestic violence?
What's his name's daughter there that's been banished for a little bit? Tessa Blanchard?
Oh, Tessa Blanchard. Yeah, she's good.
I wanted her to come to WWE so bad because that was when Ronda was on top. And then, like, Ronda versus her would have been savage, just for the business. But I don't know.
Hello to Christina Payne.
I think if they're about the same size and they put on a good show,
it was a good show. I came around to it.
If you got like the big 6'5" guy cream in the little 5'6" girl, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not okay. I wouldn't be okay watching that stuff. But
yeah, some of it was just. There was one of the tag team matches was a man and woman duo called Only Friends, which I think they might owe Rob Fatstacks money for that. Only Friends, and then they were versus Team Double Stuff, which was 2 dudes.
Oh my.
Yeah. Anyway, they won, but it was because Circumstance's favorite bad guys came in and beat up the Team Double Stuff guys. Anyway, I thought it was interesting. Marcus called me a boomer and that I was being out of touch. And his point of it all was it's a work, it's pro wrestling. Yeah, Bleak, I'm kind of with you, but I don't know.
I don't know. My daughter has watched a lot of movies, action movies, all that kind of stuff. She knows like that wrestling is not. They're like 99.8% of the time it's planned out. There's that accident that happens, or the extra contact made by accident, that causes unfortunate extra bleeding. But I mean, my daughter wouldn't really care. She's
okay. The part
she'd be more so about the show, right? And she's like 10. Like she likes watching wrestling, and she's seen when what's her name, Nia Jax was in the men's Royal Rumble. She watched that, right? She watched. It's fair to her. She's just like,
I'll tell you, Mom.
Shouldn't have jumped in there with all those dudes then.
What do you got, Biggie?
I think that we're getting closer and closer and closer to where women are getting just as good as men at wrestling, because all these men are basically women, and it might get to. I mean, if you look at basketball, like these women can't play basketball. You look at tennis, like the 300th best men tennis player can beat the best woman tennis player. You can watch a women's match and the best men's match, and sometimes that women's match is better. So they're getting damn close. They're getting damn close.
Yeah. Okay, here was my problem, though. At one point, Camaro
That's real sport.
and Heidi Howitzer did the modern square off where they flare chopped each other back and forth. And they were doing it hard to where you could hear it, throughout the room. And a big part of me cringes when I see a large, muscular man. Even though Heidi's got some size to her and she's an athlete, she's taller, she's not, I wouldn't call her big, but she's like, she's you can tell she's been on some of the higher level indies. In fact, I think she's been on AEW. I know she's been on Ring of Honor. Anyway, when he was laying those chops in and you could hear it and you could see her shrug, like part of me is just like, I don't like this. And that's where Marcus kept laughing at me and calling me boomer. He's like, okay, boomer.
But at that point, too, you got to remember, like, she is okay with it because
she's agreeing to it.
Because if she wasn't,
I don't think he actually was, beating her up. Back.
You know what
I mean?
Didn't
call the police or anything.
No, yeah. And I think that a lot of that stuff is frowned upon. Finally, now. That a lot of wrestlers are able to speak up about said stuff being a no-no.
Mm-hmm. These dudes are savage. So Bleeker and I are grandpas. We'll be the 2 old guys from the Muppets up in the balcony together.
I ultimately don't want to watch women wrestle. Like I would rather watch a good match, and honestly, I still watch 90s WCW, so I'm just stuck in my ways. But I enjoy good wrestling. I don't like shitty wrestling. I look hard for new modern stuff that I enjoy, and right now the only matches that really entertain me is like AJ Styles and
You like Bailey, right? You're a Bailey fan.
Yeah, I haven't seen her do anything since she came back, though. She wrestled?
Bailey?
They don't give her any kind of credit or praise because she's never on any of the posters or any of the adverts for anything since winning the title. It's kind of gross.
She won the fucking title?
Yeah, she won the title.
the
You
champ.
watched it.
I watched it.
That match. It was at WrestleMania.
H- Oh, no, I'm thinking about CM Punk's wife.
Oh,
What's
you're
up, Tom
talking
Comics and
AJ
Kids?
Lee.
Welcome.
Yeah, AJ Lee, that's my favorite.
Yeah, she's not. She hasn't come back, and I don't know.
Oh,
if
I thought that
will.
she might have done like an entrance not that long ago. Okay.
No, I was talking Bailey. You liked
Bailey.
Bailey's match at WrestleMania.
I was just glad that Rhea lost, I guess. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Who the hell is Bailey?
Yo, what do you guys think of the whole thing that went on with Stratton?
Stratton.
Tiffany Stratton.
What happened with her?
Oh, she called Jade a black B word, you know,
Ooh.
and then retracted that after on, but it was like in a video.
Yeah,
And
that
then
might
now
be,
she's in a lot of trouble. But I also heard like Jade caught her backstage and socked her one in the mouth. So
What an idiot.
to who though? You know?
Hey
I'm not
to
a fan
John's
of-
Comics with Kids, Blue Hellion. Thanks for everybody stopping in.
Oh, Blue Hellion, what's up?
Yeah, Jade Cargill, man. So was it a shoot that she called her this, or
No, man, because she got in trouble. She's in trouble. She ended up having to retract it.
But I mean, did
Because
she do it for real, or was it part of the script?
It was not part of the script.
Okay, so she did it for real. She did it. It was a shoot comment.
What an idiot. That's the one that does the black and white Hollywood shit, right?
No, you've got her confused.
It's Tiffy time.
This is a
Tiffy time.
WWE gal.
She's in
Oh, okay,
WWE.
never mind.
Yeah.
And Jade Cargill's the one that dresses up like Storm.
I thought she was a black chick. She's not
She
a black
is.
chick?
Yeah,
She
she
is.
is.
She can
She's the
get
one-
away with it.
She's the
No,
one that the
she
person
had
made
it-
the comment about her.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
blonde white woman called her
Oh,
a black B word.
it's the white girl. That's who I thought we were talking. Who's the white girl?
Yeah,
Tiffany
Tiffany
Stratton.
Stratton is her name. and
Tiffany
she's a
Stratton. What?
WWE wrestler.
Oh, what did she look like? What does she look like?
Pop, can you pull up a picture of Tiffany Stratton? Yeah,
She's
that's what
easy.
she looks like. Pop.
She's easy on the eyes. I'll put it that way. I think she's
okay,
a
whatever.
genius. What's up, DJ Wise EZ?
I hope they fire her,
Wait.
dumbass. I hope they fire her. Fuck her.
Yeah, it was a pretty stupid comment. Not
About the
that
dumbest shit I've heard in a
haven't
while.
seen That, but if that's what she did, that's dumb.
Oh, I know how to get Pop going. I can't stand that ring announcer girl. That girl is always crying and
Oh boy,
she got a
here we go.
quill. Yeah, man. Did
Samantha
she bring a heating pad to the freaking matches these days?
Samantha Irvin.
She's a jabroni. She's in a business for herself. Just call
I
the
thought she
fucking
was
match.
knitting the other day, wasn't she?
Fucking knitting.
Don't you dare make
Crocheting.
fun of Samantha Irvin. She is a sweetheart.
Trying to get her own
Think of all
sitcom.
she
That's
went
all she's
through.
doing.
The fact that she's with Ricochet tells you something.
It does.
Ricochet. Oh, that's Tiffany Stratton, Biggie.
Well, she needs to Stratton her ass on down the road.
Strutting her ass up, you mean? Yeah.
Just Stratton herself to a corner. Make a couple dollars.
And we've gone off the rails, folks. Your turn. Oh, here we go. Pop's ready.
Yeah, fuck that girl. Go ahead. Tell me why you like her. She's basically knit you a sweater. And it says Mega Powers.
I like Samantha Irvin. She's
Becker, let me ask you a question. How get upset by stunt women in movies? that get hit in fights by guys. It's sort of the same thing in WWE.
But I'm not watching it in person. We're talking about an indie show where...
but so on the flip side, I was thinking, so like the ring girl or like, you know, the ring valet jumps in the ring and yam bags the dude. You're cheering, bro. You're cheering.
All
right? Right?
Yes,
or she gets
correct.
in there and she gives him a good slap or a punch. You're cheering. You see? Because it's entertainment. Like in real life, you probably if the chick walked up and you knew that was real, you probably wouldn't be okay with it. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion.
Yeah. I think we've already agreed. I'm a dinosaur. Just put me out to pasture.
You're just right. People don't want to hear. You know, you got to think of the source that this came from. Like his favorite comic book is Something Is Killing the Children. So I disagree.
Biggie will always be Team Becker, and I'm always Team Biggie. But yeah, so that was my local look at Stephanie. Yeah, I realize I'm in the minority, Pop. As for Irvin,
well, no. So
Samantha
how about this?
Irvin,
What about when Jeff Jarrett gave China the guitar shot? I know you enjoyed that. There's nobody in the world that wouldn't enjoy watching.
Honestly, I don't think I did, but
really,
I might have been all right with it because China kind of earned her spot, right?
Well, that's what I mean, though. Like, you know, respect-wise, like if you've never gotten the guitar to the dome, it's like a compliment that you need on your resume.
I met her once.
Oh, China?
I met her at a movie. I met her at a movie release at a Comic-Con.
Like what kind of movie?
She did a movie. Yeah, not that kind of movie. I a couple of years ago on a late night Remy or whatever, I got everybody to watch this movie. Have you ever heard of the comic book / movie Romp? There was like a 10-minute movie for it. This is in like 2002, 2003. I'm at a Comic-Con. We had heard about it. They were giving out tickets to it. Like, hey, we're going to be in a ballroom tonight. Come up. This will get you in. It's free for people that came to the con. You just have to have one of these tickets. So me and my buddy went, and we went to the movie premiere, knowing nothing about it, just that it was based on a comic book they had just released that they had at that show. And I walk in and I look over at the table where the people who were in the movie are sitting, and they've got a projector up. And sure enough, it's a blonde-haired China. And I was like, oh my, she's in this.
Before or after the surgery?
After. She played a character named Baby Rage. Yeah, you just kind of have to see Romp to believe it.
She's been in a
if you look it up on YouTube, it's ROMP.
I'll check it out. I'll tell you what rabbit hole I've been going down lately is the documentary about the American Gladiators. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's pretty good.
Well, that sounds.
I always liked Nitro.
First run.
You guys got to watch this, dude. It shows the pre-show where you do a pilot. The pilot's so hilarious, and then they talk about how these athletes never got like a medical trainer. It's really good. You guys got to see it. Probably on YouTube. But what I was going to say was, my thing with Jeff Jarrett and China was the thing I appreciate from Jeff Jarrett most is how he held up Vince with the Intercontinental Championship and said, "No, you're going to pay me, dude. You're going to pay me, brother. If you're going to think I'm going to put this dame over." That's why I appreciate.
Well, because that was right after Alondra went over and did that thing, I think, wasn't it? Like relatively within 6 months, I believe.
Around that time, correct.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett's smart. His daddy he ran a territory, and Jeff knew that. Yeah, he knew like what kind of heavy weight that pulls is putting the chick. I mean, on the main stage, WWF. Like, what the? You want me to do what? Care how big she is, how strong she is.
His grandmother was the first female promoter, despite what The Rock tells you.
That's true. I've seen you talk about that. That's absolutely right. And The Rock would try to lie to you. The family. No, but yeah, man. China was probably the closest thing to a man that we've ever seen in wrestling. And
I'll tell you, when I met her, though, she was clearly off the gas at the time. She wasn't doing the steroids. She was kind of tiny, like smaller than I expected. Let's put it that way, smaller than I expected. When I met her, I was like, wow, like I thought she'd be a lot bigger. But she was out of wrestling at that point. I'm not answering, Pop. I'm done. You're trying to bait me. I've said my piece on it.
What about King of the Ring tournament? What you guys got?
I'd prefer to watch Rhea fight the other women. Yes, we're live, Comic Journey. For King of the Ring, who do I think is winning King of the Ring?
How far away are we from it?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh man, damn! Half the rosters are hurt right now. It's hard to really. Hopefully, Randy Orton wins. That's my pick. I'll take Randy Orton if he's healthy.
Isn't in it anymore? Is he?
He ain't even in it. No, there you go.
I think Gunther's gonna win it.
I think it's going to be Jay versus Tama Tonga.
Do you think they're going to have Jay win it?
No.
No.
I think,
Tonga?
to be honest with you, I think there's a reason why the Fireflies have been coming out during Jay's entrance, and like why he actually refers to them as the Fireflies, and him saying that he's taking over the Fireflies.
So that's when they're going to show up as at King of the Ring. I'm into that. That would be a great unveiling.
I think right at the end too, like they'll help. You know, not that they'll help directly, but indirectly, they're going to help Tama Tonga win.
I thought that he had a bad start where they said that he missed his spot and people were mad at him, so they might just start with they might just get another family member or some shit. Don't hear that?
Tama Tonga?
I guess that's his fucking name. The guy, didn't he come out and like fuck up the spot?
I
or do you mean the other Tonga?
Oh, is there another Tonga? I'm sorry. How many fucking Tongas is going on right now?
2.
The 2 brand new ones? The guy that came from underneath the ring. Is that the one we're not talking about?
That's the second one.
Oh, well, shit. Never mind. I don't know nothing this week. I think I'm just going to leave.
Don't do that, Biggie. We're almost done anyway. We're going to wrap this up. We're at the hour mark. I am going to just I'm looking at what the bracket looks like right now. So Gunther's still alive.
Gunther,
Jey Uso's still alive.
Give me a minute. We're about
to Tonga versus LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes versus Randy Orton.
Oh, Randy Orton's still in it, so yeah, that's my pick.
Oh, I didn't even realize those 2 guys were in it.
So there's Biggie's pick is alive. And Pop says Jade and Jay are going to win. Ooh.
I don't like the tournament style. What are they doing? Playing Tekken or Street Fighter? Like, just what the fuck? I don't understand King of the Ring no more. It was a tag team thing. Now it's a tournament thing.
One winner moves on.
And you get a fancy hat at the end of it, Biggie.
And a crown.
I do like that trophy that they got. I've seen that. It's all bedazzled out. I like that. That's kind of cool.
Comic Journey wants to say hello to everybody, so everybody say hello to Comic Journey. Hello, Journey. Thank you for saying hello to us.
I said a lot of bad things, negative direction towards Circumstances, so I do want to say one good thing. He is a fantastic YouTube comic book personality. I think he's a fun person to watch. So I did say one nice thing, Circumstances.
Agree to disagree, Biggie.
Okay.
No, I love him. He's my buddy. We go. Yeah. He's the guy that puts up with me in real life, and we go do stuff together. All right. Comic Journey has acknowledged the chat.
Comic Journey.
Blue Hellion says it's always been a tournament, Biggie.
Oh, okay. The only tournament I remember watching was when Dynamite Kid won it. I remember that a long time ago, but I thought it was different. I'm sorry.
Did anybody see Dynamite Kid's nephew last weekend?
Yes. I was just about to ask the same question. He did
I
really
saw
well.
That match.
You know what's crazy is he looked like just a smaller version of Dynamite Kid, but like when he was in Stampede Wrestling. That's how he first looked. Yeah. He
looked like young, that. Yet somehow still had a receding hairline.
Like, yeah. After the juice, he got just huge. Like
it's hilarious.
And he did lose his match, but man, was it was a good match.
Him and the Heart should come out together. You know, the son.
Who, me? Son. Journey, am I old enough to remember Dynamite Kid wrestling? Yes, I am old enough. Comic Vet, hello. We're just wrapping up here, but yes, if you haven't seen that match, it is available on YouTube. You can go watch the nephew of Dynamite Kid versus Dax Harwood. It was on AEW Collision. It was a good match. And Dax Harwood actually won a singles
Billington
match.
Or something, wasn't it? Timothy Billington?
Timothy Billington, yeah. Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, I thought he did really well. He did all the same moves as Dynamite Kid, the snap suplex, the elbow off the top, the flying headbutt. I was shocked that they allowed him to do the flying headbutt because I thought, well, actually, I'm not that shocked because AEW doesn't really care about the band
safety. They have Darby Allin getting hit in the face with buses.
What about that? Did you see Darby come back?
I did see Darby. I thought we talked about that, but yes, Darby's back. We didn't talk about that.
I want to drop my controversial opinion this week.
No, I believe that's their real name, Chris.
Yeah, Billington's the real name.
I'm not so sure that
Bennington is one of those.
Undertaker is as ring smart as I thought he was before. Everybody gave Hogan shit whenever Taker said that he took care of Hogan on the pile driver. And then I sent that story to our chat where he just buried Coco into the mat and he was playing it off like he didn't do anything. And I wonder how many more people have. Yeah, I wonder how many more people got stingers from old Taker. I just wonder.
Well, that was his first time doing the tombstone.
True.
Yeah. Lots of people used to say that he used to take liberties and dunk them on their head.
Yeah, it looked bad. It was bad. Coco had the right to complain. Undertaker's wrong for threatening him. But I think
Remember when
he
Hogan
kind of laughed
took a
when
bad
he
one.
said it in that story you shared. But anyway.
Blue Hellion has a question in the chat that's a really good one because I've seen the same
David
picture.
Benoit. I've actually seen him on the Indies. He wasn't that good when I saw him.
He's been taking pictures with a lot of the old wrestlers that his dad wrestled with behind the scenes and stuff. I think even Cody recently actually was one of the pictures.
He should have formed a tag team with Pillman's son.
They still could.
They still could.
Well, they could bring back the Hart Foundation, a new version.
They could do that too. Davey Boy's son is still wrestling, right?
Yeah.
In Japan. Yeah.
That's what I said. Bring him back because he's a heavyweight, right?
Teddy's too methed out.
You could have a new version of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Teddy Hart doesn't need to be anywhere but a courtroom. and then prison.
He uses, yeah, but you take away the drugs and the alcohol, that guy is a crazy wrestler.
He was hella entertaining.
He's also a murderer, and he does weird stuff with cats, so we don't need him.
Yeah, if you could change his brain and the way he thinks, then we might be able to do something. Do nothing
I
about
don't
it.
think there's any
What's up,
fix
Lady
in that
Fantastic?
brain, Biggie.
Yeah. I mean, he had the athletic ability, though. Probably one of the most athletic hearts. I've seen more people. Okay, did y'all see that interview where Kurt Angle said he was still green, and he had a match with Owen Hart, and Owen told him before the match, he said, Angle went up to us, so what are we doing tonight? And fucking Owen said, we're just gonna call it in the ring. And Angle said, oh my God, I've never done that before. Oh shit. And then Angle said that was one of the best matches I ever had in my whole career. It was the first time I ever did that. And I think people underappreciate Owen Hart, which I'm sure we've all said that to a certain degree. But
old way of wrestling that nobody practices anymore. They're usually, they got a fucking script and they've got a move set. It's like, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of thing. Like it's become monotone. That's why you can call you can call matches sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is coming next. Oh, here comes this. Oh, here comes this. Like, John Cena's 5 moves of doom or whatever the heck it used to be.
yeah, I just thought it was interesting. I just want to give Owen a little bit more. I think that they were neck and neck. No pun intended, but they were Brett and Owen. Owen should have. I mean, I think if he would have stuck around, he might have. He would definitely last longer than Brett. And it's just really sad. I miss Owen a lot.
What's up, Remy?
What's up,
Hey,
Remy Q Studios up in the house?
Well, folks, we're gonna wrap it up for the night. Pop, you wanna lead us out? Well, as he gets that ready, I'm gonna say, James Willie, what do you got to promote?
Come check out my IG page. I'm always posting if I'm gonna be on auctions in the next coming week. I don't have a schedule yet, so but usually, you come check me out right here. You catch me on auctions or here usually almost every Thursday if I can make it. But appreciate you all for coming. Remember to hit the like button on the way out. And yeah, catch you next week.
Biggie Shaq, what do you got?
So I just got this last night. It's pretty fucking sweet. Dracula 1. LB
Another
Cole.
one?
Yeah, I got another copy. I had to get one.
Oh,
The other one I had was like an
good
8.5 or something. Yeah, it's probably like a 4.0, but it's still cool. I want to shout out big Bleecker and Who Dat's auction, the Brother in Arms. I might pop on there. And they're going to have a good auction. Callie and all them guys, K-pop moderates. And my show, the Collector Club, if I feel like it and I got my girlfriend ain't on my ass, like Rhea Ripley and her tights up her fucking butt. Rhea Ripley's so good, she has to tie a rope around her thigh so people can really see her butt. That's how good, talented she is. That's all I got, guys. And then the Top 10 Commandments. Come watch my Top 10 show.
God bless her.
Pop, are you going to be on the Band Brothers sale?
Oh, yeah. Papa Willie, too. Yeah.
See Pop there. Is that Saturday? Next Saturday. A week
It's coming.
from Saturday, folks.
Yeah, and check out Bleecker on Sunday nights. Or Sunday morning, sorry, for church.
Yep, Sunday mornings, Bleeker's Church. You should always go to that. You'll see me there. Pop's usually there. Biggie's always there. We have a good time. All right, Pop, get us out of here.
What is the biggest ick?
People like wrestling.
You can suck my fucking dick!